Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. Setting back up for some grass cutting.
Grass cutting simulator. Woo. I wonder if the other farming simulator games were the same. Like, has it always been a game about making silage?
Well, it's funny, and what I'm told is in this one that they nerfed the silage.
Jesus. So it was better?
Yeah, apparently it was better, but I think it might have been a lot better in using the biogas plants. A lot of people still seem to think that the biogas plant is the way to go, and
I've done a little bit of research into why people think that, and the reason why is because you get twice as the yield on corn that you can convert into silage than you do grass. But the grass grows twice as. Yeah, you can make chaff out of corn or whatever up there.
But does that turn into silage?
Yes, but the grass grows twice as fast, so the yield's the same, and you cannot bale corn.
Interesting.
So I'm pretty sure what we're doing is by far the superior method because of the fact that you don't have to drive over it a bunch. Like, that's the most antiquated shit in the game. Driving over this stuff over and over to pack it down.
Yes, that takes an extremely long time. There's no question about that. Our sheep, though, man, we're up to 63 sheeps.
Yeah, sheep is whoop! I just tabbed right into this thing. Didn't mean to. I'm gonna escape.
Wait, which thing do you tap into?
The thing that you're about to mow grass with.
Oh, well, I'm actually going and emptying out a one of the cultivators. So you can tab into whatever the hell you want.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I meant to hit escape anyway. That mean to tab at all.
So my work gives me so much money a year, a fiscal year. So it gets really confusing. Toward,
I mean, isn't that how all jobs really work?
To work there, they give me so much money a year to work there. No, for towards school.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's cool.
Well, it's really nice. It's actually a decent amount of money. Now, as a manager, like, that's not in the union, I only get $4,000 a year, and I put only in quotes because that's still a lot for most companies. As a nurse on the floor, I got up to 10 grand a year, which was pretty awesome because my entire second master's degree was free because I went to a place that didn't cost 10 grand a year to go to. So yeah. I didn't like pay for anything except for, like, you know, there's like a technology fee or something stupid that you have to pay for that they never count. I don't get that, but either way, now I only get $4 grand a year. And my very last semester, I actually the one that I just finished, the summer semester that just ended, it was the last semester in the fiscal year, and unfortunately I had capped out. So I only had like $800 or something like that I was allowed to get for the semester toward like the $2,500 that it costs or whatnot. So at the end of the semester, which, you know, just ended theoretically on the 3rd and our grades just got submitted, I'm taking an incomplete in one class because one class was about doing a lot of clinical hours. And I didn't have time to get them all done. And they tell you at the very beginning of the semester, you know, it's really tough depending on how many hours you need. It's based on your previous education that, you know, to get it all done in the one semester. It's a summer semester. It's only 10 weeks. So a lot of people take an incomplete, which gives you through the next semester to finish up all those hours. So I was like, okay, you know, not a problem. I'll probably end up doing that because I did a shit ton of hours. Mistakenly, when I made my application for tuition reimbursement, I didn't know all these details yet, and since I was over the cap, it wouldn't let me submit it all, so I just had to keep dropping money off of like classes until it came to below what the cap was, so I could submit for my full $4 grand for the year. I put like $500 toward this class that I now get an incomplete on. So I try to call them and say, hey, like, what do I do about this application? Because I'm not going to be able to submit my grades to you for this one class because I'm taking an incomplete. And I'll get it done throughout the next semester. I somehow need to delay the requirements of when I have to turn in the grades so I get this money. He's like, oh yeah, no big deal. What you do is you go click this button. You'll have to edit the class, change the class, and then the repayment process will start. And I was like, the repayment process for what? And she's like, well, if you didn't finish the class, you got to pay back the money that they've already, like, reimbursed to you. Because they reimburse you half at the beginning of the semester and half when you're done. She's like, so you'll have to pay back that money that you got at the beginning of the semester for the class. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, I think I don't have one of these mowers on. Hold on, oops. I missed the middle mower that whole time. And I'm trying to explain to this lady that, no, taking an incomplete doesn't mean I, like, failed the class. Like, I just have more time to get the class done. And she's like, well, then you have to put in a new application for the class since it's a new class. I'm like, it's not a new class. It's going to be the exact same class. It's just longer than the normal semester to complete the class. I'm like, I'm not going to have this class on my resume twice. It's going to be this incomplete will turn into a grade when I get my hours in.
Right. I'm postponing completion, basically.
Right. She could not fathom this concept and how it worked. And I was like, look, one of the classes that's on here, I did complete it, but I put $0 of my tuition reimbursement toward this one specific class because I wasn't thinking when I made the thing. Can we just shuffle the money, the requested money from this class I'm taking it incomplete, and this other one that I did complete, it's on the application and everything, but there's just $0 toward it because I was just taking money away to meet my cap? She ends up saying, hold on, let me go talk to a manager. I spent half an hour with this woman on the phone. For her, basically, the end thing that she told me to do was just go into that application and put a comment on it, and the comment will go to somebody who might be able to look at it and understand what to do.
I have no idea what's going on. But
I just need to. I just want to know. Like, just either tell me how I get. You can't tell me I'm the first person who's ever taken an incomplete in a class because it took them extra time to get it done. Like, this is a normal thing that happens in universities. I did it before in one of my classes I took as my first master's program because it was just the workload was too much. I talked to the instructor and she's like, okay, take more time, I'll give you an incomplete. When you get the class done, we'll change that incomplete to, like, your actual grade. You can't tell me I'm the first person who's ever done this because this is an outside company that manages all our tuition applications. This is what they do. This is their job.
You're breaking the system, Jeff.
I know. I apparently I'm just a crazy man that does everything that nobody's ever thought of before.
Polygraph test. So did you hear back from wherever you talked to?
He's called me about 3 times. I was gonna write him an email today, and then I got busy at work and forgot to, just to let him know that, you know, we're still, like, looking over the quote and blah blah blah. So now at this point he probably just thinks I'm ignoring him.
Yeah, you ghosted on him.
He was probably like, this asshole was just screwing us around, you know, wasting our time. It's probably what he
never
thinks.
going to do anything.
I did, however, see that there's an island for sale that I'd like to buy.
Really?
Yeah,
how much is it?
There's not 1.5 million, 55-acre island in the Chesapeake.
Oh man, 55 acres. That's pretty damn big.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good price for an island.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, how cool would it be? Because I have this perfect idea. Because apparently it says, like, in the listing that you can actually build up to 2 buildings on it. Because I don't think all of the island is buildable. But it says you can build 2. It's already permitted to build 2 buildings, and they've already run power to it.
Oh wow!
So, and it's like next to another island, like relatively close to another island that people live on already. There's like a community and stuff there. But I think it would be so cool to buy an island, put a brewery in, like, a bed and breakfast on it, and make it like this experience. Like, rent it out for parties, and, you know, the brewery supplying the alcohol.
I thought your idea was going to be you get like 12 contestants, you put them on the island.
That's on the other side of the island.
I've looked into renting islands before for such a thing. They're really not that bad. There's like a whole website that just does island rentals.
And can you rent them for 39 days? And
yeah, totally.
And decimate the island with whatever the heck people do on it.
Oh, I mean, you can't, like, just go out there and build a bunch of challenges and all that stuff. But you could do, like, Poor Man's Survivor for sure. I think it'd be cool to do, like, if you could get a month off of work, I think it'd be really cool to do like Survivor Man style thing, like basically go like rent the island
and just see if you can live off the land for a month.
Yeah, and record a video series doing it.
We could definitely do that, but if we also had challenges in there and you voted people off and they became your food.
And they became your food.
Yeah, it's like it's really incentive to not get voted off.
Yeah. Do you think cannibals are vegan?
No.
I mean,
wait?
So
are you saying humans aren't animals?
Well,
I mean,
no, I'm not
that would be
saying
what
that,
that's implying.
But it seems like most vegans are against the treatment of the. It's like they're against the food being farmed more than the actual eating of the meat. At least, I guess, I don't know a lot of vegans, but the vegans I know, that's always been their take on it. It's not necessarily that they're against eating meat, though they are, but it's more that they don't like the treatment of the animals as being farmed for food. Like I know, like the example I'm gonna give is Drew. Like he's always said that if him and Justine have considered eating seafood if it was like seafood that was fresh caught and not or maybe it's like farmed not fresh caught, but like farmed and not hurt, basically like oysters. Like if an oyster farm, like they're not being hurt in any way, if that makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense, but I usually don't hear those in connection with the term vegan, because I mean vegans even go the step farther versus a vegetarian of not even eating any animal product. So it's hard for me to think of a vegan as somebody who wouldn't mind eating an animal, just wants them to be treated ethically.
Right. I mean, like, again, Drew might be like the exception to the rule.
I mean, what's the thought process though? If that's really what it is, why do people not ever get upset about plants?
Well, that's why. It's because they're not being treated wrong.
You don't think planting like a micro garden, stuffing as many plants into as little a space as you possibly can, is treating the plant wrong?
Nah, plants ain't got no brain.
But they got the chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll can't fill.
Chlorophyll, more like borophyll. Good old Billy Madison. Yeah, I guess I never looked at the plight of the vegan and the concern about the animal cruelty versus the just not wanting to eat anything that was animal-like. I mean, I guess when you ask the question about are cannibals vegan, it does make me wonder, like, if a Venus flytrap eats another plant, does that make it a cannibal?
Yeah.
Is the definition of cannibal just that you eat your own species?
I think so.
So I guess in theory, cannibalism doesn't really have to do. You could be a cannibal that was a vegan.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
But it just wouldn't be a human. It'd be something else that was a cannibal that was a vegan.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is also thinking that when you say it about the humans, though, that is kind of implying that either humans aren't animals or eating your own kind is not considered eating meat per se. Like if a bear ate nothing but other bears, is he a vegan? I mean, I doubt it, but...
Well, you know, what's weird is because, now that you're saying that, like, we're omnivores, right? So, are vegans just not omnivores?
Are they? Well, yeah, they do technically. Well, I guess so. It's interesting. I don't know. Can you classify a specific person versus a species as?
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Like, is that a whole, like, and then I mean that kind of feels like we need to get in like Tumblr style arguments here, where it's like, don't classify me as the whole species. That's species. Species? Is that what is it? Whenever you classify a whole species. Species?
Phyla? Phyla, genus, species? Is that where you're going with this? I don't know.
Well, no, like, you know, like racist. Like, what's the equivalent of racist in this term?
Speciesist? I guess would be the theoretical term for it. I'm speciesist.
Specious.
Can't even say the word very well. It's like it doesn't roll off the tongue. This guy full. This guy's also full.
So, whenever you're not cutting grass and all the soybean has been picked, you should take it to the train station because it's selling for almost 2,000 liters.
Perfect. Let me go drop it off. I'm not cutting grass and all the soybean has been picked.
All right.
It seems this timing has worked out impeccably, almost like we planned it.
Do you watch Silicon Valley?
No, but I've heard of it. It's both
really
the place
good.
and the show.
Yeah. Season 3 is done now. Probably been done for a little while. I'm just now getting around to watching it.
Is it a... I don't remember. Is that just a straight up TV show, or is it a like a mockumentary, documentary style?
No, it's just a TV show. It's
Okay.
a comedy on HBO.
I'll watch
About
that when you start watching Wrecked.
God, which one was Wrecked?
Wrecked is the one based on Lost.
Oh, right.
God,
right,
I watched
right.
another episode last night because it comes out on Tuesdays and got to see it, and it was amazing. Just
Well, what's it on?
TBS or TNT? I can't remember.
Okay.
I mean, for us, it's just all, you know, DVR'd. So I don't really give a shit what channel.
Yeah, I
it's
didn't know if
on.
it was like a Netflix thing or something.
No, it's like it's TV, cable television, not standard old network TV though.
So, you have Netflix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Disney's pulling out?
I saw something about Disney because aren't they starting their own?
They are. So, you know, they just did really sign this thing where they added basically all their it's like basically right after it leaves theaters, suddenly their movies are on Netflix. So a pretty good deal for Netflix, really, all the Disney movies. But yeah, no, they've said that by the end of 2018, nothing of theirs will be on Netflix anymore, and they're starting their own streaming service. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's the biggest problem is what Netflix has done and accomplished has made copycats get out there and want to go take them on. And it went from all these companies coming together to make one platform really good and all reaping the benefits of everybody wanting to be on this one platform to they're splitting everything. Oh, Disney's doing this, you know, Amazon Prime, their video subscription, which I've never enjoyed at all because I always get the thing that, you remember, you're an Amazon Prime member, so you get all this access to Prime Video, and everything I go to look up on Prime Video I have to pay for. I've not found anything that was free. I mean, I didn't look like, let me show me all the free stuff, but it's just anything I've ever been like, let me see if this is on Prime. It's on Netflix. It's like, yeah, it's on Prime, $6.99. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I thought it was free.
I had started watching Pawn Stars on Amazon Prime Video, and get like halfway through a season, and then suddenly it leaves free. So it was like, oh, you want to continue to watch this? Pay me.
Yeah. And then you got Hulu, which is out there, which I don't know how they ever got into competition. That was more like the networks putting shows up that you could see the newer seasons of when it first started, whereas Netflix was more of the older stuff. And now it seems to change, and it's just like just different offerings that Netflix doesn't have.
Yeah, and they have a couple original series, like there was a Stephen King book, 11/22/63, about the JFK assassination that they did a original series on Hulu, and that was the only time I wanted to have Hulu because I really wanted to watch this thing. But yeah, for the most part, it's
we have Hulu.
Hulu has ads still. As well.
Oh, well, we have a Hulu Prime account.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't have ads, but I don't think the selection is that great. I don't think Netflix's selection is that great anymore either, though. That's the thing. It's because everybody's like splitting up to their own, you know, different services. And my cable company, so we have DirecTV, so it's not cable, it's satellite, you know, but same difference. But the satellite company, there's a lot of streaming that you can do right on there with the on-demand stuff. And that's been pissing me off lately because we'll look for TV shows on there. You'll see some of them that are like on demand from like HBO, and it shows a little dollar sign next to it, so you have to buy it. So you know that you'll have to buy it for something. But then we'll find something that's free. You'll quote unquote download it, because on demand what it does is it downloads it to your device. You start watching it, it literally starts showing you about 3 minutes of the movie, and then it pops up a big thing in the middle. It's like, to continue watching, buy now, and they're always $16.99.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I'm always like, exit FU, like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, $16.99.
Man, that's one of the things I never understand about, like, buying a digital movie when it's the same price as if I went to Walmart or wherever, Amazon, whatever, and yeah, just buy it straight out.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to give you the same amount for something I can't physically hold?
Yeah, I remember when pretty much every movie that you would buy on demand was like $5.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the $16.99 bullshit came from, but it was Deadpool. So I don't know if you've seen Deadpool. I'd seen it before.
Yeah.
Julie wanted to see it. It's been out for a while. It's not like it just came out on it like a new release and you can't even go see it yet. Like, it's been out for a while. I watched it on an airplane, I think, I want to say going to the Minecraft Marathon last year.
Yeah, so, that's when I watched it, actually. It was on the airplane. I think going to the, yeah.
So it's been out for quite a while.
So this was recently that they're trying to charge?
Yeah, this was last weekend.
Jeez, I feel like it's all probably cheaper than that, like, in a store, like, because it's so old.
Yeah, it's... I just don't even get it. But it really makes me mad because it's been multiple, videos now that we've seen. We find them on demand, and they advertise like, "Oh, find us on demand. You see all these good things." And I'm usually doing the search for free movies, but since it's not a dollar sign to initially purchase it, I don't know which part of the streaming service this is through. But yeah, since it's not the dollar sign right away, the dollar sign doesn't come up until afterwards, which is really freaking annoying. Is it Maplefield Mill I'm supposed to be at for this before I dump it all in here?
Yeah, it's big for most.
Okay, just making sure. And boom. And look what we have.
Ooh.
That's enough money for something.
What are you doing, guy? What are you doing, guy? What are you doing, guy?
Are you talking to my son? I ask him the same questions over and over and over again. All the time.
This guy makes no sense. You hire a worker.
They expect to be paid.
Right, that's the first thing.
A yearly basis, they get money.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, like, he just started backing up. Like, he just kept backing up, and he backed up, like, for a long ways, and then he just started driving off into a tree.
Back it up, back it up. Back it up. Slow it down, slow down. Okay, so should we purchase this thing? And where should said thing go? How do we do that?
It should be somewhere we can see it. How big is it?
I don't know. Placeables. Select. Oh my God. Goodbye, all of our money. Here it is. Wind energy converter. Too bad you can't rent them. That would be pretty amazing. Buy. Oh my God.
Is it big?
It's enormous.
Yeah.
I
guess I could probably do this too at the same time.
Oh, we can place it over here. We can place it over here behind the house, so it's out of the way. It was wanting me to place it like in the driveway, and I think that'll be in the way a little bit. But I can put it behind the house. It looks like that's probably a good spot for it by the chicken coop.
Oh, it is big. Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. What do you think there? Can I put it on the barn? That would be cool. No.
Yeah, I like what you're talking about. Like, just make sure it's not, like, in the roadway that we're going to be going.
No, it's going to be in between the coop and that rock.
Yeah, that seems good. I put it right there.
Oh.
It's funny. I saw it pop up.
Boom.
Oh, look at it spin.
Oh, it's sideways. I couldn't see the top of it. I would have turned it the other way.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I was looking at the thing, too. Look at us. Generating power. Saving the world.
No, does it? I wonder if on an hourly basis it just gives us the money, or does it wait for the day, or does it just constantly generate?
Right. It's hard to say because right now we have workers. So once the workers are not working,
huge.
yeah, it's real big.
Can I go in it? No. Trying to climb it.
Are you actually climbing up it? You are.
Part of it. Oh, I got to another spot. Can I get up higher? Oh, I think I'm on you. Oh, yeah, I think I was on you actually.
Well, what's a good husband for?
I mean, it looks.
Wait, no, I'm getting up it. Am I on you?
No,
no.
Was that it? Oh, you're making it. I mean, what is your thought on the whole Netflix thing while we're climbing this?
I mean, I just feel like it's gonna get out of hand. Like, and then what happens eventually is, I mean, it's kind of like how TV became cable, right? Like you had broadcast channels, and eventually you had cable that kind of bundled all this shit together. And it feels like eventually that's what's gonna happen with streaming. Everyone's gonna
have their own version of. Yeah, it's gonna. They're basically Netflix and such is gonna be a channel.
Yeah.
Hulu is gonna be a channel. Yeah,
and
that's
like when does it eventually become a thing where it's all bundled together under cable, and you get Netflix and all these other things.
And there's this cord that brings it into your house.
Yeah.
A special dedicated cord for the Netflix, Hulu, Disney bundle. Yeah, that's actually exactly what's like happening with the system. I always thought about doing that with a YouTube channel. I thought that would be kind of interesting to have enough content for one channel that you just literally had 24/7 videos that were publishing on like 30-minute increments.
Jeez, that'd be crazy.
I mean, you would never be able to do it like on your own. It'd have to be, you know, a group of people. Like you take the Minecraft channel and do that to the Minecraft channel. If you had enough videos for it. But I wonder if something like that, it would basically be turning a YouTube channel into what television is, and it'd be like, this is the channel. I mean, they already got channel in the name. It's the channel.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do it. What we need to do is we need to cut these episodes up into like 4-minute segments,
and then put a bunch of commercials in the middle. We'd have to put but how do we put commercials that make money? You can't relate. You'll trust the YouTube ones to be long enough to be on there. You have to have specific programming guidelines.
That's true.
You know, we need a 90-second commercial spot here. We need a 1.5-minute commercial spot. Well, a 1.5 minutes is 90 seconds, but you know what I mean. You know.
Oh, this is ridiculous right here.
What is?
Oh wait, never mind. He didn't get stuck here. We're fine. Nothing's ridiculous. I thought a guy got stuck way down here turning around, but no, we're all good. Man, the shadow from this thing.
Is it kind of crazy?
Giant spinning blade up here.
I wonder if it earns, like, well, it's got to earn just a constant rate of power, right? It doesn't earn more when it's, like...
windy, weather and stuff. No, I think it's yeah.
It's kind of cool. Our maintenance costs are no longer to be worried about. Speaking of which, do we need this potato stuff?
I mean, no, I don't think we do. Well, the planting, we sold everything but the planter. We kept the planter because this is the planter you would still use if we bought the other stuff.
Okay.
And we talked about we might buy the other thing one day, but at this point, I don't know if we ever will.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gotten into potatoes again because it was so terrible to deal with.
Yeah, but if we had the bigger one, I don't think it would be so bad.
Right. It might not be. What was I going to look for? Oh, bale wrapper. I want to see how much that other bale wrapper would cost. You said you think it's 70?
Yeah, I think it's 74,000 if I remember right.
135.
Okay, we'll double it.
Double that. I guess in theory we could just rent another one when we have to do that again.
But it charges you by use or something.
By use?
It's not a flat rate. Yeah, it's not flat rate. Like I noticed that when we wouldn't use it, it would be cheaper. It's like the maintenance costs or something. I don't really know how it works. It does a thing.
By use? It's like you did one bale, you did one bale. That's the way that they're finally charging for that saran wrap, huh?
That's how they're charging for what?
The saran wrap.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's only if you rent it do you get charged for the saran wrap. Is this guy done?
So, are we ready to sped up time?
No, we got one more strip of planting. Is the other field planted?
No, it's not. They're both plowed, but there's this planting.
Yeah, this is a slow planter as well, which is kind of. Well, I think it's slow enough because we have to do the plowing as well.
Yeah.
So that causes it to have problems. And these workers are so goddamn slow.
They're not very smart.
The biggest, widest turns they can possibly make. Come on. Come on.
Everything's for last.
Yeah, it's literally just the planting of the other field that we have to do.
Have you seen the Lego Batman movie?
No. I've not seen any of the Lego movies.
Really? Did you like Batman?
Yeah. I've not seen The Dark Knight, though.
Is that the latest one?
It's the Heath Ledger one.
Oh, where he was Joker?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I haven't seen. I was told it was like one of the best movies that's been made ever, and I'm not sure how legitimate that is, but it's. I liked the Batman series. I just never got around to actually watching it, and Julia doesn't like that kind of movie, so I'd have to watch it like on my own one day, and I just haven't necessarily had time.
I think Lego Batman's like the top of my list for movies this year.
It was just that good.
It was hilarious. I really liked it.
What movies did I see recently? I don't think I saw any movie that was super fantastic. Definitely saw some movies that were pretty terrible.
I just remembered I was supposed to go see Dark Tower tonight. I bought a ticket and everything, and I didn't go.
Wait, what? What's up?
I bought a ticket to go see Dark Tower yesterday, and I was going to see it tonight, and then I forgot.
So what time was the showing?
It was at 7:30. I was going to get home just in time for this.
You just forgot to go.
I forgot. Just forgot to go.
I just plumb forgot to go see a movie.
I did. Jesus.
Wait, what?
I'm serious. I just forgot.
That kind of throws me off a little bit.
Man, it is so hard to keep track of everything. Like, my daughter does way too many things, and like, I don't even know. Like,
so, do you live in a town where you have to buy tickets early?
So only for like new releases. Like, if you don't buy it, I mean, there's not a lot of theaters nearby, and the only one that there is also like a restaurant theater. So it's like it's got like those nice reclining chairs, and they serve meals and all that shit. And new releases, they pretty much sell out.
Interesting.
So Dark Tower, I probably didn't have to buy it ahead of time, but I just always buy my tickets online.
But you bought it the day before online.
Yeah, because I planned on going.
I used to go to the movies all the time when I lived back in like Flint area. There wasn't as much to do, and you know, especially when I was like, you know, between 16 and 21, before you could like go hang out at the bars and stuff. Like that's kind of what you did. And I remember, it wasn't. There was a lot of movie theaters, and nothing was ever sold out in the towns that I was at. And I think I remember when Spider-Man came out, and my buddy and I were like, oh, let's go see the Spider-Man movie. And we walked over to the theater, and there was showings of it like every 15 minutes or something like that. And like he lived like walking distance to the theater, so we like literally walked over there, and it was literally showings every 15 minutes. And we're like, oh, can we get a ticket to Spider-Man? And the lady just like laughed. She was like, maybe. And I was like, what?
Maybe.
And she's like, depends on what time you want to go to. We're booked up until, and this was probably like 6 o'clock. She's like, the next showing that's still available is like the 11:45. And I was like, you know, okay, this is the first time I've ever seen like a show that was sold out, and I go to the movies all the time, like at this particular theater. But you don't have to, like, you work here, you know this doesn't happen very frequently. Don't act like I'm stupid because
like, I'm not the crazy one.
Yeah, just, oh, maybe. What? So I think that's like one of the only times I've ever bought a ticket early is because I bought it for the later show and we left and came back.
Despicable Me was one that I saw recently. Despicable Me 3, and it was all sold out at the theater. They had like 3 showings, and if I had not bought our tickets ahead of time, like those people in line in front of us, I was picking up my tickets, and they were like, "Oh no, we're all sold out. Sorry, no tickets for you."
So how does a sold out movie theater work though? Because if I go to a sold out show and walk in with a date, and I'm like the last person to get tickets, are we splitting up?
That was actually one of the. I think maybe it was that Despicable Me where it was 2 girls, and he had told her, he was like, "We got 2 seats, but they're not together."
Oh wait, they give you assigned seating at your theater?
Yeah. This place you pick your seats ahead of time.
That's weird. I've never seen that.
I think it happens like that at because every theater I've gone to that's also a restaurant. Have you gone to any of these that are like? They have like
no, but we do have. There's one that's a second run show out in Arlington, I believe it is. It's not a restaurant per se. I don't think they have food, but it's one that serves alcohol, and it's like it's tables and couches as opposed to like movie theater style seating. So I think that one probably does have assigned seating as well.
Yeah, I think all of them like that are like that.
I've never been to a what do they call it? The Max?
IMAX?
IMAX. I've never been to an IMAX show. That wasn't at like an amusement park that has like as part of the ride.
Right. What did I see in IMAX? God, we went and saw something. I don't remember what it was now.
Was it a movie about
I've been
eyes?
once. Yeah, to the max.
Eyes to the max. I mean, one of these days, how long do you think it's going to be until you go to the movie theater and it's not going to be you go to the movie theater to watch a movie? They're going to give you like a VR headset that's going to be...
I've read that that's already happening. There's like VR showings.
I mean, it seems like a much more immersive experience.
Yeah.
Like, just pop it on your face and, like, you know, it's not even necessarily going to follow with your tracked motions, but maybe it could. But then that gives it a lot better. You know, they have those special theaters that have the chairs and stuff that move.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've never been to one around here, but I've been to them, you know, as part of an amusement park ride. But I heard they make, like, normal theaters out of them. But if there's still a screen that you're watching, you kind of lose some of the effect. But if you had the VR headset on for something like that, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. I agree.
So this guy just finished his planting.
All right. So we're going to speed up then, right?
Yep.
All right. We're also good for the episode, Dan. So when we come back, we'll do it all over again.
Well, guys, we'll see you next time.